Hi, my name is Julio Rivera. I'm an activist, journalist, adventurer, veteran, television presenter, and businessman. I've covered many of the major historical events going on around the world over the past several years, and after watching regime changes, conflict, and historic elections globally, I've come to the conclusion that the most underreported crisis in the world today can be defined in only one word: malware. That's why I've decided to dedicate my time to educating people everywhere and exposing the dangers that exist on the devices that we've become tethered to and depend on for so many reasons in our day-to-day life. Welcome to This Week in Malware. On This Week in Malware, we'll be covering TokenFactoryIframe, a Microsoft Outlook bug that left macOS users baffled. The Energy.exe process appears to be connected to a cryptojacker, and HHJK Ransomware joins the Stop Djvu ransomware family. On May 2nd, 2022, macOS users started reporting a Microsoft Outlook issue in public forums and technical support communities. Users stated that each time they accessed their Outlook account via the Safari browser, the browser would automatically download a file called TokenFactoryIframe every 5 to 10 seconds. What's more, there were reports that users experienced the same issue on Chrome and Firefox browsers on Apple platforms. At first glance, this looked like a potentially serious cybersecurity problem. After all, it is common to receive potentially harmful files via spam emails, and users happen to download them surprisingly often. So it is only natural that TokenFactoryIframe looked like a malware payload to some. Nevertheless, it was pure luck and a nuisance to others that the issue turned out to be an Outlook bug on Microsoft's side. Security researchers stipulated a faulty server-side update caused the issue, and there was no problem with Safari or macOS in this case. Inline frame or iframe is an element that can be found in websites, and the function of the TokenFactoryIframe file is to launch another HTML page within a document. Thus, the truth is that the file is harmless and users can easily remove factory token iframe manually. Since then, Microsoft has created and deployed a fix to solve the TokenFactoryIframe issue. Microsoft support community moderators also posted a reply on the issue that said, "A recent update to our Office user experience, UX, changed the parameter from conditional to required in order to sync client-side and server-side properties. However, the Outlook on the web service didn't receive the same change as intended, resulting in a property mismatch and repeated TokenFactoryIframe download prompts." What if TokenFactoryIframe were a potentially unwanted program? While TokenFactoryIframe is not a security threat, you mustn't forget that you can still have potentially unwanted software installed. For instance, if you start receiving odd error messages on your Mac, or it exhibits strange behavior, it could be a sign that a potentially unwanted program or malware may be running on your computer. On top of that, harmful programs could be silently working in the background of your system before you can even notice them. So to make sure that your Mac is safe, make it a habit to run regular system scans with a reliable malware remediation tool. As the popularity of cryptocurrency has skyrocketed over the past several years, the new denominations of minable currency have not been overlooked by crafty cybercriminals who have developed a code to steal the mining resources of unsuspecting victims. This class of code, referred to as cryptojackers, oftentimes shows little indication of its presence. Nevertheless, a simple check of your system's CPU or GPU usage can tip you off to what's going on in your PC. Victims of cryptojacking may also notice a spike in their electricity costs as the resources necessary to mine digital currency drain a large amount of power. One new indicator that you may be infected with a malicious crypto miner is the Energy.exe process. It is used by a crypto miner Trojan, and this type of malware can also cause damage to your computer's hardware components by overworking them and causing a major surge of heat. If you notice performance changes to your computer, for instance, if it takes too long to load any program, you should check your computer's CPU and GPU usage. Don't forget to check the list of running processes for Energy.exe, but bear in mind that this cryptojacker could be just the tip of the iceberg. Malware apps often travel in packs, so if you have one malicious Trojan on board, you're likely to have a few more too. To be sure of what's going on with your computer, run a full system scan with a powerful anti-malware tool. How do I remove cryptojackers like the one associated with Energy.exe Process? Needless to say, you should also perform regular computer scans for cryptojackers and other threats with a malware remediation tool. That way, you can immediately address any malware apps lingering on your computer. HHJK Ransomware is another infection that's part of the Djvu ransomware family. Like its predecessors, it was discovered locking files and demanding a ransom fee to restore file access. If you tend to install applications from misleading and/or potentially unreliable third-party sites, you may end up accidentally installing threats like HHJK ransomware on your computer. HHJK ransomware can encrypt multiple file types including photos, music, documents, and videos. HHJK ransomware, upon file encryption, appends the .hhjk extension to encrypted files and leaves a ransom note named readme.txt on the user's desktop and in every folder containing affected files. Unfortunately, the HHJK ransomware victims do not have access to a free decryption tool at this moment. The best way to get the encrypted files back is to restore them from a backup. If you do not have a file backup, research on the web for a dependable data recovery service that might restore some of the encrypted files. Although the hackers behind HHJK ransomware promise to provide a decryptor in exchange for payment, it is most likely that you may pay and never receive the decryption tool with the key. Thus, it is strongly recommended that you refrain from paying these cybercriminals. In terms of distribution, HHJK ransomware spreads similarly to many other ransomware variants. It generally comes via malicious spam email attachments, malware-laced websites, and peer-to-peer websites full of malware-infested illegal software. Once access to the victim's system is achieved, the ransomware encrypts important files and then demands a ransom in exchange for the decryption key. The decryption costs $980, but the hackers offer a 50% discount if contact is established within the first 72 hours after infection. How do I deal with a HHJK ransomware attack? To protect yourself from an HHJK ransomware attack, you should have a reputable malware remediation tool installed on your computer. That way you can constantly scan for elements associated with this troublesome ransomware infection, as well as other malware. You know, as I think about the dangers that exist online, not unlike the subjects we learned about in this video, I know I feel a lot better having an anti-malware program like SpyHunter installed in my PC, providing me the protection I need against malware, and I think you should too. SpyHunter 5's strongest features are found in its malware repair capabilities. SpyHunter 5's remediation algorithms dive deep into your system to remove and address complex malware issues affecting PCs today. While many anti-malware products only flag and quarantine malware and ultimately fail to fully remediate the root problem, the SpyHunter 5 remediation algorithm detects, quarantines, and programmatically repairs malware problems on your PC. SpyHunter 5 is a powerful PC utility that repairs malware threats in many cases where other competing anti-malware and antivirus programs may fail. To detect and remove malware for free, go to enigmasoftware.com and download SpyHunter today. Thanks for watching.